Hey guys, Dimension Jump and today we're doing my top 5 2022 games that I'm excited for. Now, with the year coming to a close, and with 2022 around the corner, I thought I'd be talking about some of the games that are going to be released hopefully, or potentially, or maybe, I think, are definitely going to be released in 2022. So, and I'm going to be talking about, just my thoughts and how, stuff like that. So for number 5 is Sonic Frontiers. Now, Sonic games, I think over the last few years, I don't think have been received that well. If you look at, let's say, Sonic Boom, that isn't possibly the best game in terms of the Sonic games, because it's just really bad. It doesn't really feel like Sonic. And then you've got Sonic Forces, and I think that game has fans split down the middle, I believe. And you've got some people that saying that they like the game, other people that say they don't like the game. And I think that with Sonic Frontiers, hopefully this can bring Sonic back into having a good game, because with this game it's basically just an open world Sonic game, and even though we've got little to nothing knowing about the game apart from it being an open world game and having this giant robot thing towering over Sonic, I would love to see this game succeed well and just be fun, and just to see how Sonic can go through this world and interact with all the characters and fight bad guys and Eggman and stuff like that. So yeah. For number 4 is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, with this game, I'm quite excited because this is a very different Pokemon type game, because it's got a lot of the same elements to the other games. Like you can catch Pokemon, you can battle, you can go to different towns and areas, but this is mainly more collecting Pokemon to fill out the Pokédex, because I believe this game is because this game takes place in the Sinnoh region years and years ago, and this is when I think the Pokédex was first made in the Sinnoh region, and you got can catch a lot of Pokemon, some being it was specific to the Sinnoh region itself, others from different regions, the starters are all from different regions. And yeah, this is going to look like a cool game to play because of how different it is. Because you can just go around this giant open world of the Sinnoh region and just catch Pokemon and just fill out the Pokédex. And I think that's quite cool and interesting just to see a Pokemon game that isn't just you going to the different gyms and fighting them and becoming champion. I think with this game it's going to be a sort of cool and different kind of game to play in the Pokemon series, and it looks like something interesting and fun to play about in. For number 3 is Horizon Forbidden West. Now, I've played through some parts of Horizon Zero Dawn, and that game is really fun. It's basically a post-apocalyptic future with machine animal type things. And it's basically, you got these tribes of humans, and that's a really cool concept, I would say, because it's something I don't think many shows, films, or video games have done before. Because we have seen a post-apocalypse type scenario where it's whether it be zombies or a specific virus where it's or something like that. But with Horizon, it's really cool to see a game that's in the future, but instead of zombies we see these machines just roaming around the world. And with Horizon Forbidden West, I'm excited to see where the story goes on from the original, and it looks so cool to see possibly new locations, new characters, and just see how Aloy's story continues from the original Horizon. For number 2 is God of War Ragnarok. Now, I really enjoyed the 2018 God of War game. I enjoyed the story from like beginning to end, and how Kratos and Atreus' story start off with a father-son story, sort of starting off as a sort of broken sort of relationship, and then throughout the course of the game, they start to trust each other, and they help each other in a sense. So like, Kratos tells Atreus about his past and how he is a god, and Atreus helps Kratos with becoming more open, I would say, and more trustworthy of other people, including his own son. And with Ragnarok, I am really excited to see some of the new realms. So we could possibly see in Ragnarok that we couldn't get to see in the original God of War game, because I think in the realm area room thing, some of them have been locked off, and I'm excited to see some of the new realms like Asgard. Asgard is possibly my highly anticipated realm to see in the game, because Asgard is, I think, it's known to be this spectacle realm, this powerful, almighty realm filled with some of Asgard's finest warriors, like Thor. And I'm quite excited to see where Kratos and Atreus' story continues in this game, where like how far they've come from just being a father and a son to a father and a son who are gods, and they're trying to prevent Ragnarok from happening. Yeah, and I think it's a really cool thing to see, and to see some of the new gods like Thor and possibly Odin. I would love to see Odin in this game, hopefully, and to see how this game unfolds. And for number 1 is Breath of the Wild 2. Now, with Breath of the Wild 2, I'm quite excited to see how this game goes, because with Breath of the Wild 1, that was a nice core game of like, oh, okay, this is basically just blowing the whole Zelda formula out of proportion. Like, oh, instead of just being a linear, straightforward path, it's open world, and it's basically like how Skyrim did it. Instead of like, oh, you can just ignore the main story and just do all of these side quests and stuff. And I like how Breath of the Wild does a lot of that, but it's in its own way. Like, you can just find shrines, do side quests, find inhabitants around the world and stuff like that, and you can just leave the main quest till later. And with Breath of the Wild 2, I hope that we get a lot of those similar elements back from Breath of the Wild, like how it being open world, and you can find new inhabitants, and I would like to see possibly some old Zelda elements from previous games come in for a bit. Like, let's say for the first, half an hour or so, it starts off with like a more linear sort of concept, like Link and Zelda trying to find Ganondorf's body, and then half an hour into the game, you get to experience the world, like the whole world, like, Hyrule, possibly the floating islands, some new characters, that sort of thing, and then we can try and defeat Ganondorf once and for all, and find Zelda or something like that. And it would be cool to see how this continues the story from Breath of the Wild, just because I think Breath of the Wild has an interesting story, because it begins off as this sort of mystery of what is this world, how long have I been sleeping for, and that sort of thing. It would be cool to see how that continues onto that story with Breath of the Wild 2, and how it adds onto the whole main timeline story of the Zelda series. And yeah, I think Breath of the Wild 2 will be a very fun game to see, and I can't wait to play it when it comes out. So that's been my top 5 2022 games that I'm excited for. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.